connect. There we go. Oops. Let's see. All right, just give it one more minute while I figure setting this up. It's hard to see from. Hi guys. Just one more second. I want to make sure I'm not too far away. I know the lighting is a little interesting. All right, good to see you guys today. We're gonna go ahead and get started. First off, this is a Vino and Vinyasa style class, so by all means, grab yourself something to drink if that's just not what you're in the mood for today. Grab something else. My name is Ashley, for those of you that haven't practiced with. This is my husband, Chris. He will be joining me. I do have dogs, so they'll be around. You might hear them at some point. Cats as well. We do kind of have that, country lifestyle out here, as you can probably tell from the video. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I invite you, use any props that you need, or really take this time to focus on just settling as we start out. So bringing the toes to touch, knees wide, reach your hands long. And then maybe swaying your head from side to side. Keep resting your hips back towards your heels. And then working to lengthen the breath, just grounding the body in towards the mat here. And full inhales to the count of 4, full exhalations to the count of 4. And then take one more full breath like this. And one more full exhale. Lifting the right elbow off the mat. If it's not already, just spread your left arm underneath the right, working to drop that left shoulder blade down, dropping the left cheek towards the mat. And then we'll just switch. Left palm comes forward, right arm threads under, drop the right cheek towards the mat. And then allow the right palm to meet up with the left. Just hold there for a few more breaths. And then take the palms, start to slide them back towards you as you find yourself in a tabletop stance. Narrow the stance of the knees, separate the feet. We'll move through cat-cow. Inhale as you look up, drop the belly, hold it like this. And then exhale, round the spine. 2 more times. Inhale, lift it up. And then exhale, round. 1 more time. And then finding that neutral spine, take your right fingertips and turn them back towards you. Palm stays down. And then mirror the left palm with that. So fingers are facing back. Just lightly pull your hips just slightly back. You're going to get into the wrist for a minute. And then shifting some weight over towards the right ever so slightly. And then just shifting a little bit of weight on the diagonal back over towards your left. And then come back through center, hold there. And then slowly release the weight forward. We're going to turn the palms up, fingers now facing you just like they were. Shifting the hips back ever so slightly, we just hold it. And then shift the weight forward. Take your right palm all the way to the top of the mat. Left palm meets it. Tuck your toes and lift until you're in a plank. Shoulders should be in line with the wrists. You're going to feel that engagement through the wrist that we just created. Really spread the fingertips nice and wide. 2 more breaths here. And then take the right leg, lift it up drop your left knee down to the mat, untuck your left toes. Right leg lifts a little higher, inhale. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale to extend it long. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale, reach. Knee to nose, hold it in. Tuck your left toes back under. We lift three-legged. Right leg up towards the stack. Bend the right knee, stack, and open up your hip. Keep pressing that left heel down. And then right leg meets the left, downward facing dog. Pedal from side to side. Really your first down dog here of practice. Just allow the weight to move as you move. And then finding stillness, pressing your chest back, heels back. Weight shifts forward back into that plank. And we hold 2 more breaths. Taking your left leg, lift it up. Keeping the back nice and flat here. Press energy through that right knee. Right knee drops down to the mat. Untuck the toes, lift the left leg a little higher. Inhale, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to extend it long. Exhale, round the spine. One more time, inhale, reach. Exhale, hold it in. Tuck your right toes, we lift three-legged, bend that left knee, stack and open up your hip. And then left leg meets the right, downward facing dog. Same as before, pedal from side to side, shift the right. And then working towards that stillness, press your chest back. We'll hold for a few more breaths here. And then taking your hands, walk them all the way to the back of the mat. It's a forward fold. Little bend through the knees, interlace the fingers on the creases of the arms, and you can swing from side to side or just find yourself in stillness. We'll hold for a few more breaths like this. Maybe nodding your head yes and no. If you sat quite a bit today, you could have some tension in the hamstrings into the lower back. We'll really work through that. And then release, and you find that you have bend the knees even further, come all the way up to stand. Palms face forward, Tadasana, close your eyes. 2 more breaths. And then following the eyes open, reach the hands up towards the sky. Bend your left elbow and place the palm behind your back. Right hand's going to grab a hold of the left elbow and hinge over towards your right side. And then utilize the core draw through center. We're just going to switch it. Left hand holds the right elbow, kick it in towards the hand, and then hinge over towards your left. And then come back through center, release the bind. On the exhale, we fold hands to the mat. Halfway lift and lengthen. Palm the mat and walk over towards your right. Making sure the right knee is stacked on top of the left knee. It's Krishna's dance. Pinky toes are side by side. Just drop the chest and fold. You're going to feel that IT band that rides up the side of the left. One more breath. Take your hands, walk them back over towards the left. You're now facing what is traditionally the front of the mat. Walk the palms all the way forward until you're in a plank. Lift your right leg up to a hover. It's three-legged, lift it high in. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in. Step the foot in between the hands. Keep the back knee lifted, lift your palms off the mat, hover your chest. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes. It's low crescent, sweep the hands up towards the side. Grabbing hold of your left wrist, extend it, hinge over towards your right. And then pivot back through center on the exhale, both palms to the mat. Straighten out the right leg and peel the toes back. Chest drops down towards your right side. And then bending into the right leg, tuck your back toes, lift the back knee. Palms to the mat, listen, it's right knee to nose, and then send the right leg down on the mat. Shift it forward, lower all the way down to the belly, untuck your toes. It's baby cobra, peel the shoulders back, maybe lift the fingertips, and then exhale, release it down. Tuck your toes, hips back into rabbit, hips back towards the heels, toes tucked under. And then lift the knees up, downward facing dog. Walking your hands once more all the way back on the mat, you're back at that forward fold. Little bend through the knees or slightly more. Interlace the fingers in the creases of the arms and drop your chest down. Maybe you sway, maybe you find that stillness. Last few. And then release the bind. Halfway lift and lengthen, turn towards your left this time. So the left knee is going to be stacked on top of the right. as you turn to face the back of the room. Try to get your pinky toes to touch towards one another and drop your chest down. And then walking it back over to the right, you're facing what was traditionally the front of the room. Walk the palms all the way to the top of the mat. It's a plank. Hold it. Lifting your left leg up to a hover, stay there. Three-legged, reach it up towards the sky, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the foot in between the hands. Keep the back knee lifted, lengthen the fingertips off the mat. Back knee drops down, untuck the back toes, reach your hands up towards the sky. Holding onto your right wrist this time, we extend over towards the left. And then travel back to center, reach the palms up towards the sky. On the exhale, hands down. Lengthen out that front leg and send your chest down. And then bending into the left leg, tuck your back toes, lift the knees, palms to the mat. It's left knee to nose. And then send left leg all the way long. Shift it forward, lower all the way down to the belly, untuck your toes. It's that baby cobra inhale, and then exhale to release. Press firmly through the palms. Maybe lift yourself up a little higher. Elbows could stay bent or start to straighten. Look over to your right, hold it there. And then look over to your left. And then come back through center, try to release the tension in the lower back. And then release it in. Tuck your toes, it's rabbit, hips are back towards the heels, use the core. And then send it high, downward facing dog, hips lift. Take the right leg, reach it up towards the sky. It's knee to nose. Inhale to extend it up. Exhale, knee to nose, last time here. Set the foot in between the hands, warrior one. Back heel at that angle, front knee bent, sweep the hands up towards the sky. Drop the left palm to the inside of the foot, lift your back heel, and then reach your right hand up towards the sky. Right hand outside of the foot, send the back leg forward. It's pyramid chest to right side, drop it down. Grounding through your right leg, it's grounded warrior three. Look at the back toes, make sure they're pointed down, lengthen your chest forward. And one more breath. Stork, it's knee to nose, rise up, utilizing that standing right leg, reach your hands up towards the sky. And then left leg lowers as we pull, palms to the mat, halfway lifted, lengthen, hands down. Option to take up Vinyasa all the way down into baby cobra or to chaturanga, upward facing dog, lift the heart, and then roll over the toes and back, downward facing dog. Wherever you are, we meet there. Always remembering at any point you can skip those vinyasas. Taking the left leg, reach it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to extend it high. Exhale, knee to nose. Last time here, step the foot in between the hands. Back foot is at that angle. Reach the hands up towards the sky. Lifting your back heel, right hand inside of the foot. Reach your left hand up towards the sky, twist. And then left hand outside of the foot, send the back leg forward, pyramid. Hips squared down towards your mat. Grounded warrior three. Tip the fingers slightly past that left leg, lift the back foot. Look at the toes of the floor. Can you point them down? And then slowly rise up. It's stork, knee to nose. Extend the hands up towards the sky. Find a balance. And then release it. Palms to the mat. Halfway up. Hands down. Your vinyasa, your way on your off the mat. Finding that baby cobra or upward facing dog. And then wherever you are, we meet at downward facing dog. Taking 2 more breaths like this. Right leg, reach it up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to extend it high. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, reach it up. It's knee to nose. Hug it and hold it. Step the foot in between the hands. Left palm down. Right hand reaches up towards the sky. Think about your right hip scrubbing back. Left hip forward. Right hand outside of the legs. Send the back leg forward. Pyramid. And grounded warrior three. So all this should be familiar. When you're ready, see if you can lift your hands to prayer and lift your chest a little high. Stork, knee to nose as we rise. Find that pivot point. Extend the hands up towards the sky. And then kick it all the way back. You're back at airplane. Reach it back. Find that strength. Deep bend in the standing leg. It's high press it. Lower the left toes. Reach the hands up towards the sky. Warrior 2 as we open. Peaceful warrior, extension back. Straighten the front leg, reach forward and down. Trikonasana, we're gonna hold this. Left hand reaches up towards the sky. See if you can roll left shoulder blade open, right hip tucking under. You have 2 more full breaths. Last one. Lower the left hand forward, get that extension, and then drop it down to the mat. Lift your back heel. It's extended. Back heel's lifted. See if you can drop your chest. It's a little bit further apart now. Spinning into the right leg, keep your back toes tucked under. Palm the mat, it's knee to nose. Send it to the back of the mat. Option to keep that foot lifted or grounded. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Hips back. Taking that left leg, reach it up towards the sky. It's knee to nose. Inhale to extend it up. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale, reach. It's knee to nose, hug it in, hold it, rock the weight forward. Set the foot in between the hands. Right palm is down, left palm is up. Left hand outside of the foot, send that back leg forward. Pyramid chest to thigh. So maybe you're lifted, right? Maybe hands are on the shin, a little bit more of a balance act. Grounded warrior 3, back leg lifts. Starting to lift the hands off the mat if that suits you. Hands up prayer. And then stork, rise it up. You fall out, you get right back in. Extend the hands up. And then you're back at that airplane shape. Kick it back. Use the core, right leg long. High crescent. Bend that standing left leg. Lower the right toes to the back of the mat. There you are. You're grounded. Reach the hands up. Warrior 2. Heel to heel alignment. Look at the back hand. Make sure it's in line with your shoulder. Peaceful warrior extension back. And then straighten your front leg. Reach forward and then down. Right hand reaches up towards the sky. Think about the right hip. Maybe use the left hand and pull it back. Find some expansion. You have a few more breaths just like this. And last one. Both hands are going to straddle that front leg. Just lift your back heel as you drop the right hip towards the mat, and then drop your chest. If you need to bring the stance a little closer, by all means, do that. Spinning into the left leg, keep your back toes tucked under. On the mat, it's left knee to nose. Just send the foot onto a hover. Shift it forward, option to keep the foot lifted. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And we're high and back, downward facing dog. One more breath here. Taking the right leg, reach it up towards the sky. You have 2. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to extend it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the foot in between the hands. Back leg is forward. Pyramid, drop your chest. Airplane, ground through the right leg. Lift your left leg up. Maybe start to reach your hands back behind you at this point. Hands to prayer and stork. Just draw that leg in. Listen, left leg comes to a squat to meet the right. Reach the hands up towards the sky. And then hands of prayer, left leg lifts. It's a squat, and then left leg lifts. One more time, squat low and just hold it. Feet are separated. Drop your elbows to the top of the thighs. Can you sink your hips 1 inch lower? And then stork, left leg comes in, reach the hands up, and then kick it back. You're back at that airplane shape. Take the left foot, lower it all the way down to the mat, bend your right leg. It's high crescent, reach it up. Warrior 2 as we open. Peaceful warrior, reach it back. Straighten the front leg, triangle, reach forward and down, left hand up. And then left hand outside of the foot, that back heel lifts. We're at that extended stance once more. Drop your chest. Spin into the right leg, left palm is down, right palm is up. To side plank, take your right leg. Nice and slow, stack it on top of your left. Keep reaching up with the right hand, keep lifting your hips high. We'll stay for 2 more breaths. And then drop your right palm to the mat. Feet are grounded, you're in a plank. Take your right knee, right elbow, and then tap it back. Left knee, left elbow, and then tap it back to the right, to the left. And then listen, you're gonna take your right foot, step it forward, left foot forward, Malasana, sink it low, reach the hands forward. Palms to the mat, left foot back, right foot back. Push up, down, down, chaturanga, and up. Right leg forward, left leg forward, malasana squat, palms to the mat, left leg back, right leg back, chaturanga down, and up. One more time, right leg forward, left leg forward, squat, palm to the mat, left leg back, right leg back, chaturanga, hold it, roll it through, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Taking the left leg, reach it up towards the sky, it's only 2. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to extend it up. Exhale, knee to nose, step the foot in between the hands, back leg comes forward into pyramid. Grounded warrior 3, 2 warrior 3. Start to reach your hands back behind you, palms into the middle. Short knee to nose. Find that balance, hands up prayer. And then you're gonna take it and kick it all the way back. Take your right leg all the way to the back of the mat. Ooh, high crescent, reach it up. Try to take it nice and slow. Find your space here. Back heel drops, warrior 2, open up the arms. Peaceful warrior, lean it back. Straighten the front leg, that's that triangle shape. Reach forward and then down. Catch your breath, right hand up high. Inhale in, exhale out. Both hands mirror that left leg and then send the back leg maybe slightly forward or just keep it back. Back heel's lifted. And then bend into the front leg, right hand to the mat, left hand reach towards the side twist. To side plank, take your left leg and stack it on top of the right. Option to lower that bottom leg down or keep it lifted. You have 2 more breaths. And then left palm travels to the mat, you're out of plank. Left leg, left knee, left elbow, and then tap it back. Right knee, right elbow, and tap it back. To the left, to the right. One more full set. To the left elbow, to the right elbow. Now left foot steps forward, right foot steps forward. Malasana squat, hands forward. Palms to the mat, right leg back, left leg back. Chaturanga down and up. Left leg forward, right leg forward, squat. Palm the mat, right leg back, left leg back. Chaturanga and up. One more time. 7 forward, squat it low. Palms to the mat. Left and right foot back, chaturanga, hold it, roll it through, upward facing dog. To child's pose. Toes gonna touch knees wide, hips back towards your feet. Find your breath here. As my husband would say, find your wine here, right? Some people are like, girl, that's a lot right now. Find your breath, right? Take what you need just here for this moment. Thank you. Last 2. And last one. And then when you're ready, you're gonna come back up. Some of you may need a few more breaths like that. By all means, take that. We'll meet out downward facing dog. Last 2. Taking the right leg extended up towards the sky. It's knee to nose, it's only 1. Step the foot in between the hands, back leg lifts. Warrior 3, reach your hands back. Short knee to nose, reach the hands up towards the sky. It's tree pose, left foot to the inside of the right. Find that drishti, that focal point, maybe hands at prayer. Could be hands down by their sides. You want to challenge your balance a little further? Close your eyes or focus on something moving. Last 2. Draw that left leg back in through center and then kick the foot back. You're back in airplane. Really stand through that right leg. See, I'm gonna follow myself, that's all right. Then left leg to the back of the mat, high crescent, we rise. Warrior 2. Peaceful warrior. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Right hand towards the mat, left hand up high. Both hands straddle the front leg, lift the back heel. It's a big extension back. Now bend your front knee. Left palm down, right palm to the sky. Side plank, but we'll modify it. Take that right leg and bring it out in front of you. Keep the right hand reaching up. Take the right hand up and over your ear. Now, can you lift the hips up a little bit higher? And then drop the hips, reach it back. Reach it up, and then reach it down. That's 2. That's 3. We'll do 5. That's 4. Last one, drop the hips down to tap, and then lift it up. Take the right foot and stack it back on top of the left. Take the right palm down, take the right and left foot down. Right knee, right elbow, tap, and back. Left knee, left elbow, tap, and back. It's only 3. That's 2 full sets. Last full set. And last one. Now set the right foot forward, step the left foot forward. It's Malasana. We hold it. So we activated that strength in our inner thighs. Now we think about opening up that space. Palms can come to prayer. Press your knees back. We'll take about 3 more breaths here. And last one. Take the right palm to the mat. Take the left palm to the mat. Step the feet back. You have 3. It's chaturanga down and up. It's chaturanga down and up. Last time, hold it. Roll it through. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Taking the left leg, reach it up towards the sky. It's knee to nose. It's just 1. Set the foot in between the hands. Warrior 3. When you're ready, so you can kick the hands back behind you. It's lots of balance work. Don't give up on yourself. Right knee comes in towards the chest. You're going to take that right foot and place it on the inside of your left inner thigh. Legs should be nice and strong and engaged. Press the right knee back. Hands at prayer up wherever suits you. 1 more. Draw that right leg back in through center. Extend the hands up towards the sky. Send that right leg back. I just realized I forgot some squats for you guys, so there's your release. Right leg lowers to the back of the mat. Reach your hands up towards the sky high. Press it. Warrior 2 as we open. Peaceful warrior, reach it back. Straighten the front leg. You're back at triangle. Left hand down, right hand high. And then right hand outside the leg. Lift your back heel. It's extended. Bend your front knee. Right palm down. Left palm to the sky. We twist. Take that left leg and bring it out in front of you like a kickstand. Hips are lifted. Take the left hand, reach it up and over your ear. Now drop the hips top and reach back. And then lift it up. Drop and top, reach back. And then lift it up. That's 2. That's 3. Last one. It's down and up. Left palm travels to the mat. And left and right foot meet the mat. Now left knee, left elbow. Extend back. Right knee, right elbow. And back. To the left. To the right. 1 more. And then you're going to take your left foot and bring it forward. Right leg and bring it forward. Malasana. Give your wrist a moment if you need it. Those of you that want to move a little bit further, it's pro, maybe it's crane. The only difference, arms are slightly bent through pro and crane are straightened out. Those of you that just want to play with pro for a moment, spread your fingers nice and wide, being chaturanga. Elbows have that nice little bend and grip them out. Really try to hold on to it. Find something small out in front of you. See if you can lift one leg and then see if you can slowly start to lift the other to match it. But breathe, right? It's all that little balance. Maybe you're slightly too far forward or too far back. Think about the core lifting you up towards the sky. I'll give you about 1 more breath. And then grounding through the feet, Padavana, ground them if they're not already there. Drop the palms down to the mat. Send the legs to the back of the mat. It's 3. It's chaturanga down and up. It's down and up. Last time, hold it. Roll it through. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Hop, step, walk, whatever gets you there, top of the mat. Feet bend on knees, come all the way up to Tadasana. Close your eyes. That's 2. All right, I'm going to give you your little squats back since I forgot them. Right leg stay grounded. Take your left knee in towards the chest. Take your hands to prayer, heart center. Left leg lowers, we squat, and then we lift. We squat down, and then we lift. That's 3. That's 4. Last one. Squat down and lift. Take that left foot to the top. The left leg is on top of the right. It's a figure 4 shape. Sink your hips nice and low on the diagonal. Maybe you start to drop your palms down to the mat. Those of you that want to play with an arm balance, it's there. Otherwise, hips low. Find that nice stretch. Maybe you even work a little balance here. Keep the fingertips off the mat. 1 more. And then you take that left leg, wherever you are, everyone halfway lift, thread it over the right. We've been here at the very beginning. It's Krishna's dance. Chest lowers. And you're going to walk over towards your right, facing what is the back of the room. Walk your hands all the way to the back of the mat. It's a plank. Take your knees, tap and lift. Knees only, tap and lift. Last one, take them to a hover and stay. Right knee slightly in and back. Left knee slightly in and back. That's 2. That's 3. Last 2 sets. Come on, you got it. Last full set. Don't give up. And then lift the knees up. Legs are straight. Drop down to right elbow. Drop down to left elbow. You hold for 5. That's 4. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release the belly down. Keep the elbows on the mat. Just gaze it forward. Get out of your lower back here for a moment. And then exhale, slowly release down. Take your hands and bring them back behind you. Palms face in. You're going to lift the legs and lift the shoulders off the mat. Try to keep the palms separated so hands are as long by the sides. Last 2. And last one. Take your hands underneath your face. You can sway the legs from side to side or just move your hips from side to side, whatever releases the lower back here. And then come back to your center, extend the legs out long. Reach your hands back behind you. This time we interlace the fingers. Try to get the palms to touch. Lift the legs. Gaze is down here. Work length over height. Last 2. And last one. Release it down. Sway the legs side to side. And extend the legs out long. Tuck your toes under, hands by your chest. You're going to lift into rabbit. Hips back towards your heels. Take a little break for the lower back. And then grounding for the palms, lift the knees. It's downward facing dog. Hop, step, walk, whatever gets you to the top of the mat. What is now the top of the mat? Forward, fall, deep bend the knees, come all the way up to stand. Grounding through the left leg this time. Right knee comes into the chest. It's that stork shape, hands to prayer. Right leg lowers, it's a squat, and then it's a lift. It's down and up. All right, one more. And then you're gonna come up and stack it. Right leg is over your left, it's figure 4. You decide how low you go. It could be palms down to the mat. Hands could stay lifted. Maybe you just want that balance aspect. You play with it. Last 2. If you want that arm balance, it's there for you. If you've never tried it, maybe you give it a go today. And last one. Everybody finds that halfway lift. So you're going to take your right leg and throw it over the left. Use the core, be cognizant of that. And then fold. Drop your chest down. Drop the crown of your head towards the mat. And then hands walk over towards the left side this time. We're facing what was traditionally in the front of the room. You're using your shoulders. Walk the palms to the top of the mat. It's a plank. Tap the knees and lift. Tap them down, lift them up. Last one, tap and hold it. So knees are at a hover. Left knee in, step back. Right knee in, step back. That's 1. You should be finding your breath here. Last full set. To the left, to the right, send the legs back, lift the knees up, drop down to the left elbow, drop down to the right elbow. We hold. Try to turn the palms up if you want a little bit more here. Last 5. That's 4. That's 2. And we release. Drop the belly down, turn the palms in if they were turned up, just feel the chest through the arms for a moment. And then release it down. You're gonna take your hands behind your head, right at the nape of the neck, and just start to lift the elbows off the mat. Once the chest is lifting, lift your legs to join. Gaze is down. And then swim the feet. You swim, swim, swim. That's 5. 4, 3, 2, and release it. Let it go. Sway the leg side to side. If you are holding your breath, please reconnect with that too. Last full set. Take your legs, extend them long back behind you. Separating at the feet, reach your hands out in front of you, palms face into center. Lift the legs, lift the chest. As we start to move the weight forward, you're gonna notice that difference, that chain to the back. Really breathe. And last full inhale. And exhale, release it. Sway it out. And then come back to your center, tuck your toes under. Bring your hands right where the chest would be. It's grab it. Go slow, use your core. Hips come back to your heels. You're just finding that space, that opening in the lower back. You may feel that tension start to release here in this posture. And last one. Pressing firmly to the palms, lift the knees, it's downward facing dog. It's our last push here. Take the right leg, reaching up towards the sky. Step the right foot to the outside edge of both hands. We just hold it. Back knee stays lifted, a little bit of strength aspect we're gonna add on as we go. And then lower the back heel down. It's peaceful warrior. Extend it back. Now take your left hand, reach it to the back of the room. Notice the difference, the C shape of the arms. Notice if the right shoulder is caving forward. Can you roll it open? Straighten the front leg. It's Trikonasana with arms just reaching forward. Like you're holding that ball, that C shape here. Same as before. Left shoulder rolls back, right shoulder tucks under. Breathe. One more. And then both hands straddle that front leg. Come onto the back toes, lower the back knee, untuck the back toes. Straighten the right toes up towards the sky and fold. If you want to go a little bit further here, by all means, start to slide that leg out in front of you or keep it in right where it is. Last three. And if you're working into your split, start to allow that right leg to pull back. Everyone drop your toes down to the mat. Find a little bit of length, pull the right hip back, left hip forward, and then drop it a little further. Notice the difference. It should be at the top of the shin, should be at the ankle. Last few. This is a lot harder for me this way. I will admit that when the toes are grounded, it gets a little bit more into the top of the joint. So just fill out that space. It's going to be completely different for everyone. And then bend into the knee. Walk the foot back to the outside edge of the mat. It's lizard. Both elbows either to the block or hands down to the mat. Maybe elbows down to the mat. We're just going to hold this. Got about 5 more full breaths. Check in as the right knee splaying open. Can you draw it back in? Don't worry, we'll get there if you're looking for that stretch. And then slowly start to allow the knee to pivot open. Rotate the toes slightly at an angle forward on that right side. Check in with the difference there. Right now it's starting to wrap to the back of your hip. You're going to feel a different stretch. Those of you that are on the hands, maybe now you can come down to the elbows, or it could be the opposite, right? If you're on the elbows, maybe now you come up onto the hands. And then staying on your left elbow or your left palm, start to roll that right shoulder blade back and reach that. This could be perfect right here if you want a little bit more. Reach and grab a hold of the back foot, draw it in towards the glute, and roll that right shoulder blade open. Last few. And then release the back foot if you have it, nice and slow. Prop up onto the palm, square off to the front of the mat first, then walk that leg back through center. Tuck your toes, lift the back knee, palms to the mat. We're just gonna meet a downward facing dog. And then close your eyes at down dog. Do you notice a slight difference maybe between the sides? That more energetic sensation in the right leg perhaps than the left. And then taking your left leg, reach up towards the sky, eyes open, step the foot to the outside edge of both hands. So it's an elevated lizard. That right hip is going to want to drop. Pull it up. Drop your back heel. It's peaceful extension back, like you're holding that beach ball. Check in with the alignment here. Is the front knee turning in? Try to open it. That's perfect. One more. And then straighten the front leg like you're moving that beach ball. Just start to rotate it forward. Right shoulder, pivot it back. Find some extension on that left arm. Breathe. And then both hands straddle the front leg. Use your core, protect the lower back. Lift your back toes, feel lifts. Drop down to the back knee, untuck the toes, flex the left toes up towards the sky. If you want full splits or you're working towards that, slide that leg forward. Otherwise, keep the back knee and hip in line with one another. If you have that leg slid out in front of you, start to pull it back. Everyone's going to drop their toes. Try to get the toes to touch the floor. Lengthen the left hip back, lengthen the chest forward. Now drop it. Notice the difference there. So I asked Grace, is this a little harder for you like this? He says it feels different, which is true. It should feel like a different part of that left leg. It should be at the top of your ankle. And then we're going to bend into the knee, walk the foot to the outside edge of the mat. Option to stay up on the palms. Maybe you come down to the elbows, maybe it's a block. Just know no two sides are the same, so this side could have more or less space in the body. Notice what you're focused on, right? Are you thinking about something outside of this present moment, right? Are you thinking about what you saw in the news earlier or what your friend told you that you're so worried about? Can you focus here on the breath and focus here on just letting yourself be present and let go of the stress? You have 3 more full breaths. And then start to take the left knee and rotate it open. Toes are slightly on the diagonal to that left corner. You could stay on your elbows if you're there. Maybe you prop up onto the palms or vice versa. You play with that in your own body. And then option to stay on the right elbow through there or right palm, whatever works for you. Start to open up that left shoulder and reach back. This could be enough. That rotation could go a little more. Pull it back. If you want more, grab the back foot, draw it in towards the glute. And if you have that back foot, slowly with control, release it. Prop back onto the left foot, prop onto the palms if you're not already there. Walk left leg through center, palm the mat, lift your back knee up. It's downward facing dog. Right? And take it nice and slow. If you're really feeling that, pedal back and forth. Those of you that want a vinyasa to rinse that out, by all means go. We're going to take just about 3 more breaths here just to find some general movement as you see fit. Last 2. And last one. All right, finding stillness, you're going to drop down to the knees and keep your toes tucked under. Step back onto your heels. So apparently my class says a lot about joints, right? We worked a lot into the wrist, a lot of wrist movement. We worked into the top of the ankle. Now we're working into the bottom of the feet. So just find that navel holding in rather than tilting forward. You don't want that rounding in the spine. Flat back, palms resting. Last few breaths. And then take your palms to the top of the mat. Release the toes, tap it out. Just let that go. And then take the feet and sway them over towards the right side, over to the right side of the mat. You're going to sit your hips down. Now keep your left leg as it is. reach your right leg out. So you should be in a figure 4 shape. Reach the hands up towards the sky. On the exhale, you fold toward that extended right leg, chest drops. Check in with your left shoulder. Everybody listen to that, because I always see this, right? I always see this in class. Can you try to square it off? Maybe get the right shoulder a little bit higher than you normally. Last 2. And then slowly come back up. Take your left leg and stack it on top of the right like a figure 4. Take your palms back behind you, fingers face forward. Now bring your right foot to the floor. The leg is at a 3/4 bend on that right side. Lift your hips up. And then slowly release it down. Take your right foot and thread it underneath it. So you should have this nice diamond shape in between your legs. Some of you, it may look like this, right? And that's okay. Encourage that top leg down. This is too much, you're back at figure 4. Sit up nice and straight. And then on the exhale, you drop to your degree, you fold forward. And then releasing the lower back, we slowly come up. Take your left foot to the floor, knee to the sky. Take the right hand and reach it up. Wrap it around the leg, and left hand comes behind. It's just a little twist. And then chest comes back to neutral. Face it forward, palms to the mat. Release the bind of the legs. Sway them to the right. You hold there. And then sway them to the left. Stay there. One more time, all the way to the right. And then all the way to the left. And then come back through center. Left leg is the one that reaches forward. Right foot comes to the inside. Extend my hands up towards the sky and drop the chest. And last 2 full breaths. And then slowly start to come back up. You're going to take your right leg and place it on top of the left. Make sure it's not directly on the kneecap, it's slightly above that. Palms come behind you, fingers face forward. Bend the left leg until the foot grounds, and just lift. You're thinking about pressing your hips up, chest lifting. And then slowly release it down. Take your left foot and bring it over towards your right knee, so you stack. It's double pigeon stance or figure 4, depending upon what works better for you. Find some length forward, and then exhale, we drop the chest down. And then really just working what physically your body will accept today. As we see, Chris is in this figure 4 shape because he has, some issues with his knees, issues with his ankle, and that may be where you are too. So just knowing that even though we may be doing different types of this pose, we're all still here together in this community within this practice. And then come back up through center wherever you are. Take your right foot to the floor and make sure the knee is facing up to the sky. Thread the left foot in. We find some length, we wrap it, and then we twist. Gaze back. And then chest slowly comes back to center. Palm the mat. Release the bind of the sway the legs to the left, just hold it there. And then over to the right. One more time. Drop it to the left. And then drop it to the right. And then come back through center, walk your legs out a little further. I don't think I can actually teach a class without incorporating this. Lift your hips and drop it to your heels and sink back into the top of your shoulders. I know, right? It's like that pose that hurts so good. I think it hurts so good. When I'm sitting at my desk at work, right, you're like starting to get stressed, your shoulders are pushing up to your ears. This is that pose that kind of gets rid of that. Chris is making abs. Last 3. Just breathe. I promise it gets easier the more you do it. When I first started doing this pose, I was like, this is not helpful, but it does. And then grip your fingers, lift the hips only halfway back. Protect the shoulders. Take your hands and reach them out in front of you, being mindful of where you are on the mat. And slowly release yourself down. Draw the knees into the chest. Little sway from side to side with the knees. And then drop your knees, we'll call it over to the left first. So be mindful of what's around you. Arms can come out into cactus or T. You're gonna gaze in the opposite direction of your knees. So that'll be over towards the right side. Without any force in this posture, just relax the body down. So much that's going on right now causes the body just to tense up. We have that just general desire, right, to like hold on. Can you just melt into the mat and ground? And then pivot the knees back in towards the midline. We drop them over towards the right. Gaze out to your left. And then utilize the core, draw the knees back in through center. You're gonna extend the legs up towards the sky, either for waterfall, if you want happy baby, bend into the legs, holding onto the feet. Shoulders stand, hands come behind you, but just be mindful of the arms, shoulders stand, that you're not looking from side to side. Gaze stays up. You find that restorative inversion that works for you. Slowing the heart rate down, breathing to the count of 4 as we did at the beginning, exhaling to the count of 4. And last year. And then wherever you are, nice and slow, you start to transition. Everyone brings the knees into the chest, release the hands if they were underneath you. Take your left leg extended out long. It's our final posture. Reach that right leg up towards the sky. Hold on to the back of the right calf, the right foot or thigh. Just flex and point. Flex and point. Still working into that joint here. Maybe bring circles into the ankle. And then just point the toes down, press the knee forward. Hold for 2 deep breaths. And then really nice and slow. Use that hamstring to slowly release it down. Switch over to the other side. Hold on to that left leg, curl it in nice and close. Extend it up. Maybe you stay at the back of the thigh. If you want to slide your hands up, by all means, go there. Just flex and point. Flex and getting into that synovial fluid of the joints, perhaps making some circles with the ankles, some cracks, some pops. And then settling into stillness, toes point down, knee presses forward. And then slowly, with control, we release it. Take the hands and reach them up overhead, full body stretch. And our final posture, allow the feet to come together. Knees are wide, one hand rests on the belly, one hand rests on the floor. Our last posture to release any tension that you may still be holding to. Starting at the feet, just checking in, can you relax the ankles? Working your way up to the knees and the thighs, calves. Trying to just allow the muscles to melt away. And then moving all the way up the body into the hips, into the knees, just relaxing it. Shoulders and spine firmly planted. And last but not least, the neck, the head, really just relaxing it. We'll take one final breath here. Deep inhale through the nose, hold it at the top. And then exhale, sigh it out. Option to stay like this or let the hands come down by the sides, extending the legs out long and finding your shavasana. Closing your eyes. very gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Move it back into the body, allowing the breath to lengthen. And then reach the hands up and over your head. Find that full body stretch. And then rolling over onto your favorite side, holding there for just a few more breaths. And then coming up to a seated position, eyes closed, hands in prayer at heart center. Taking this last moment, finding gratitude for the ability to come to your mat now more than ever. The ability to just focus on the breath. And allowing hands to come to third eye center. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste, yogis. Kira, our dog, also says namaste. Thanks for being with us today. Just one quick announcement, guys. I will be teaching tomorrow for those of you that want to participate at 4 o'clock. We will be utilizing weights, so I hope you'll get in that with me. I hope everybody has a great rest of their night.